Elanco, we are driven by our vision of food and companionship enriching life.
In today's news, the very first International Society for Applied Ethology's South African workshop on farm animal behaviour and welfare was held this week. The workshop was held at the University of Pretoria with the goal of establishing good animal welfare practices. Experts and role players from the red meat, wool and mohair, dairy and pork industries attended. The issues addressed included animal welfare, the need for welfare assessments, and the effect welfare has on production. Plaas TV also attended this groundbreaking event, and I had the opportunity to talk to one of the organisers, Dr. Maud Benatu.
I think it's the field of animal welfare biology is quite recent if you think about it. And it originally started in Europe and in the United States. And somehow South Africa in particular were a little bit lagging behind. But then people like me that have a behavioral ecology background started to be involved in farming environment. And this is where we saw that there was also a need to address those issues in South Africa. And this is also because some of those products from farming environment are exported. And now people are more conscious about what is being put on their plate. And they want some sort of traceability and making sure that those animals are treated properly until they reach the time where they have to be unfortunately sorted for meat, for wool, for leather, whatever.
And that was Dr. Maud Benatu. Vivian Jacobs van die Detoy groep in Ceres is tydens die onlangse Wes-Kaapse Departement van Landbou se Prestige Agri-toekennings as die 2023 Wes-Kaapse Prestige Landbouwerker van die jaar aangewys. Die toekenning is tydens 'n gala aand by die Protea Hotel Marriott in Technopark in Stellenbosch gemaak. Jacobs, 'n produksiebestuurder, het na afloop van die toekenning gesê dit beteken vir hom baie om die kompetisie te wen. Hy sê dit bied uitstekende blootstelling aan hom en ander plaaswerkers. Die Wagyu-genootskap van Suid-Afrika het die bedanking van sy bedryfsbeampte Elandri de Bruin aangekondig. Haar bedanking is vanaf 17 November 2023 van krag. De Bruin was vanjaar die eerste ontvanger van die Michael J. Bradfield gedenkbeurs. Hierdie beurs behels studies aan die Universiteit van New England in Australië en word deur die Australiese Landboubesigheidsnavorsingsinstituut befonds. Dit bied aan 'n MSc of PhD student die geleentheid om verder by die universiteit se dieregenetika en telingseenheid te studeer. Om van die geleentheid gebruik te maak, moet De Bruin reeds in Desember in Australië wees om by die nuwe akademiese jaar in te val. The Wes-Kaapse Department of Agriculture and of Environmental Affairs and Development Planning recently signed a memorandum of agreement with the School for Climate Studies at Stellenbosch University. This forms part of an ongoing commitment by the Western Cape Government to bolster and ensure a strong climate-resilient future for the province. The School for Climate Studies was launched in 2021. Minister Ivan Meyer elaborates.
The Western Cape Government and the University of Stellenbosch have just signed a memorandum of agreement in terms of climate change. Floods, droughts and veld fires are all signs of extreme weather patterns. Climate change is increasingly affecting agricultural production and food security. This memorandum of agreement with Stellenbosch University will allow us to act proactively with the climate change data and science. In this way, we will protect our agricultural sector and food security in the Western Cape.
Feedback from Minister Ivan Meyer. A farm in Ramatlabama village in the northwest is currently being investigated for a possible outbreak of foot and mouth disease among its cattle. The veterinary services of the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development have taken samples from the animals and are awaiting the results. The Director of Veterinary Services at the department, Dr. Langa Majibi, said they have quarantined this and neighbouring farms. The farm borders Botswana in the Ngaka Modiri Molema district municipality. According to the department, the case is currently the only one being investigated in the province. South Africa has marked a significant achievement in its agricultural export history this month when it successfully exported its first bulk soya bean cargo to China. According to a statement by the South African Cereals and Oilseed Traders Association, the shipment heading for Guangzhou port in China was arranged by Louis Dreyfus Company, who helps to open the Chinese market for South African soybeans. This milestone will be followed soon with 2 more shipments, one of which is currently being loaded. En die Wolmark het weer eens gedurende van dese week se veiling gedaal. Hier is Heinrich Victor met terugvoer.
Dankie Lise, goeiemôre uit die wolkantoor. Nou op die 12de wolveiling van die seisoen wat op 8 November plaasgevind het, het die Cape Wool's Merino aanwyser met 2.1 vir nie gesertifiseerde wol en ook 1.3% vir gesertifiseerde wol weer eens gedaal teenoor die vorige veiling. En teen 'n skoonprys van R143,99 per kilogram en R162,06 per kilogram onderskeidelik gesluit. Die Australiese EMA het egter in FSA dollarterme verbeter en 1.1% verstewig teenoor die vorige veiling. Nou die daling in die Suid-Afrikaanse mark kan ook weer eens grootliks toegeskryf word aan die sterker vertoning van die Suid-Afrikaanse rand teenoor die vorige veiling.
Heinrich Victor met ons nuutste wolpryse. Dankie dat jy ingeskakel het.
Elanco, we are driven by our vision of food and companionship, enriching life.